He did it in Toronto. Kawhi Leonard has proven he's a champion. He's an MVP finals type of player that can take, I think, that winning attitude and bring it to the Clippers. Do you?
I definitely believe so. There's not many players that can go to an organization within that year, transform them into a championship team. And he did that with the Toronto Raptors. And you've seen the benefit from that. Obviously with San Antonio, that benefit. I do believe he can do that here with the Clippers. I think that it's going to take some time. Chemistry takes a couple of years to build.
Here's the starting group for Houston. All out there with Harden. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. George passes to Leonard. Over House. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Harden against Leonard. Again, the miss by Harden. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Ibaka outside. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka sets the pick for Beverly. Wood with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Beverly for 3.
Wall is so superb at getting under a man's skin, not letting anyone around him get comfortable.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And here's Harden for 3. Harden missing again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. Well, Kevin, even though it's preseason, he feels it's important for his guys to get in a regular season mindset and ramp up the intensity. He said, we need to treat this as a real game. If we do that, I can make last-minute adjustments before the real thing starts. Solid approach, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And here is Los Angeles now. The Rockets making the shot. And it's Leonard missing. And when you look at the WNBA's MVP winners over the last decade, Candace, yourself included, a lot of forwards and especially power forwards in those ranks. Any idea why that is?
We're just good, honestly, Kevin. No, I'm just kidding. I think
No, I like that answer. That's a good answer.
No, I think that, being able to have a player with size, athleticism, and skill, it is a great luxury to have, as we're seeing, similar to having an Anthony Davis that can do it all on the floor. It just makes things easier for everybody on the court, including one of the greatest of all times in LeBron James. And so I think that 4 position, you think about the 3, think about the 2, you're not in every action. At the 4 position, the way that the game is played now, you're in most action. And with that being said, your 4 player will determine a lot of what goes on offensively.
So it's the Rockets now. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. The Rockets with another miss.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harden surveying the D. No good. That would have tied it.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurt me.
Beyond the arc. And it's Leonard missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to House. Over Beverly. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 3. Outside, George to end the cold streak. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on John Wall.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And last season, as a team. They knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And we're seeing the NBA and the WNBA, Candace, make use of social media to broadcast games. How critical do you think that is in your estimation?
You have to take advantage of social media. That's where the world is going. It is about connections. It is about the NBA and the WNBA connecting with their fans. And you're able to do that. I mean, when we were growing up, can you imagine being able to shoot your idol a direct message or have your tweet retweeted? It's unbelievable. And social media is allowing fans access to their favorite players.
A chance to check out stats for Leonard. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in steals, 8th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Look, Wall is a blur. His speed is just incredible. He gets to the cup in the blink of an eye.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against San Antonio.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
Here's Wall. Paul George making his last shot. The three from Harden. Good. It's good on the putback.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And the NBA has created an instant replay command center in Secaucus, New Jersey, but the review still lies with the officials on the court. For now, there is. Candace, I always wonder, should they have let the review center handle those as well?
I'm a big believer in speeding up the game. It takes so long for the officials to go to the table, to review, to look at it. I believe Secaucus could get it done at the command center a lot faster than the refs on the court.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Rockets trail by 4. Wall passes to Wood.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
George with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
And they kept fouling him. I mean, it only made him more aggressive. He wound up having a huge night at the free throw.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now, here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Leonard, no luck.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. And a new WNBA collective bargaining agreement ratified at the start of 2020. Would you say it's a step in the right direction in your view?
I definitely think it's a step in the right direction. We needed a new CBA. We needed a CBA that both the WNBA and the players could be proud of. And this is about growing the game of basketball. And as you know, in order to make money, on a product, you have to invest. And that's what this CBA was based on.
Clippers leading by 4. Williams finds Leonard. Cans it from downtown.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio. And there it is for him.
Yeah, and he scuffled a bit out of the gates. 10 shot attempts, but that's just his second make of the game.
Here's Williams. Leonard on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
The 3 from Harden. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 7 points.
Man, I tell you, look, Harden always seemed to attract the crowd, but that doesn't stop him from making a play.
Fades, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 4.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
And without a doubt, Candace, you've been a star your entire career. What types of responsibilities are expected from franchise players like yourself?
I think just do what you do. And honestly, you have to be able to take the temperature of the team. You know, sometimes everybody is really hype and frustrated, and you have to bring that calm to the team, and vice versa. Sometimes people are too calm, and you have to light that fire. So I think as a franchise player, we see the greats, and we've seen what they've done, and we've seen the success that they've had from taking care of on the court, but also being a leader to your teammates.
That is great insight. Now here's Williams, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And such a nimble ball handler. Williams makes quick work of getting down the lane, and he'll drive all night long if they let him.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Outside Williams. That shot is off. Nice D from Wall. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Outside Wall. Harden against Kennard. From outside the arc. 4 on the clock. Wall's shot is off. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard attacking.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now here's Leonard. Last game we saw him score 13. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well. And getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And that one misses.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Connects from three-point range. And when rookies come into the WNBA, it's a quick turnaround. We know from the college season, Candace, you won a 2008 title with Tennessee. And about a month later, made your rookie debut. I mean, there's not a lot of time there to catch your breath, is there?
It's not a lot of time to catch your breath for sure, but I did enjoy the fact that I wasn't going to get all the way out of shape. You know, when you're young, you're able to kind of bounce back and tolerate a long season. So I think it was a fantastic year. 2008 was a dream come true.
How about that amazing focus from Wall? Even when the D was roughing him up, he was still attacking the basket, keeping his eyes up.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Now, the #1 overall pick in 2010, I mean, Wall became a bona fide star. He plays with an edge and energy.
Zubac kicks to Kennard. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Batum.
In 2000, we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
And here we can check out the story on Nicholas Batum. Last season's performance for him. He averaged about 3 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
That free throw, no good.
Well, I think it's Gordon's diverse skill set that makes him a great supporting player. He can fill any gaps in your game on offense or defense.
Good on the second free throw. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Zubac's the pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Looking to end the run. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only been strong.
Down low. Cousins inside. Zubac's defending, and he gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Cousins. This is where he does the most damage. So defensively, you have to scheme for it.
Williams finds Kennard. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Outside, Batum. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wall dishes to Brown. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. And the shot is good.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
At the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The stars of this team on the wing. George and Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka, and it's Jackson in at the point. The first free throw is good for the Rockets. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Gordon, and it's James Harden in for McLemore. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Candace, when you look from afar, how do you think Paul George mixed with his Los Angeles Clippers teammates?
I really love the way that they played in the regular season. Last year, the playoffs, I do believe, were a different story. I don't know if they were really playing some of their best basketball, which matters when you hit that point in the season. You want to be playing your best basketball. Paul George and Kawhi missed a lot of time, so I don't know if they really were healthy. And when they were healthy and everybody was playing, their record was unbelievable.
It was.
There's going to be a lot of questions that get thrown out in any team that loses. They want to know the answer right away, and they want to know who to blame. And unfortunately, they're blaming Paul George right now. But to be honest with you, I think that the LA Clippers are going to regroup, and they're going to learn about each other and gain that chemistry.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Rockets trail by 3. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Here is Harden, following the basket by Marcus Morris. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Wall's got 9.
I see Wall is so quick. He loves catching the D off guard. If you're not right up on him, he's going to score it quick.
It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Last season, he played outstanding. 14th and three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up, play a little physical, but time and time again, he drilled the three anyway. Rockets trail. Harden outside. Fires the three. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the three, not one of them, ain't working.
Jackson misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one,
the power on that throwdown.
Wow.
You got to enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
The Rockets have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one misses for Wall. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
They just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
Pass to Beverley. With the block. Pass to Wall. Over George. And it's sent back by George. Out to the wing. Fires for three. And it's Patrick Beverley with the three. Beverley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Wall taking his time here. Takes it inside. Morris with the block.
Oh, just fantastic defense from Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Here's Ibaka. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 12. Dishes it to Tucker. And here's Green outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Jackson passes to Ibaka. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Serge Ibaka.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in 2008. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
Daniel House has checked in for John Wall. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's sent back by George. And here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Morris. Shoots over Tucker. Morris, no good. The Rockets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. To end the run. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Left side, George. Los Angeles with another miss. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Harden outside. Wood a screen on Ibaka. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from James Harden. The Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now Jackson. It's blocked. Here is House. 9 points last game. To the middle. Here's Wood. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Jackson looking around. Rebounded by Tucker.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Everly with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Driving inside. To the inside. Now, here is Harden. 15 points in the game. Launches a 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, what a touch from Jackson on that floater. Just gently guiding it.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Batum comes in for George. Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Lou Williams is subbed in for Jackson. The Rockets also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Christian Wood. McLemore has come in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for Gerald Green. The 3 from Harden drops in the tray. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Ibaka with a screen on Harden. Williams against Harden. Good on the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
It's talk about. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Harden. And here is Williams. He's got 5. He takes it in, over to the wing. Now Zubats. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Ben McLemore. For Los Angeles, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And he can't hit the second. Rockets trail by 3. That's a 2 from Gordon. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Rockets trail by 5. Harden outside. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Clippers.
Now their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Leonard looking around. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And the rejection by Zubats. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And the Rockets with possession here. 7-point differential. Leonard with the steal. He kicks it to Williams. The shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way. Harden with it. He's got 20. Going inside. Now here's McLemore outside. Batum grabs the miss.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Gordon against Williams. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And just a fluid offensive talent with really a knack for getting to his spots. Williams so hard to keep up with.
Candace, always great to get your insights. Wish we could do this more often.
Yeah, I wish we could do this more often. Kevin, we're going to have to. When I hang up the shoes, I'll definitely be at the table a lot more.
We will welcome you with open arms. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And talking to Candace, C-Web, you can tell how much she loves this game.
Oh, yeah, she's the homie. She grew up in a basketball family, lives and breathes the sport, and her knowledge matches her passion for it.
John Wall's checked in for the Rockets. Zubats with the screen for Williams, driving to the basket. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Clippers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Houston making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
One shot.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here's Wall. He dishes it to Cousins. That one falls. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, the body control of Cousins. Knows how to get hit and still finish off the shot.
Brown against Leonard. To the paint, Zubats, and the rejection by Cousins. Los Angeles with another miss.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. He hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Brown finds Cousins. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Driving in. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Puts the move on. That shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. 1 second left.
That's just exceptional timing from Batum, really getting in that jersey of the shooter.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. You always like to be holding a double-digit lead at the half. And with their excellent second quarter, a 10-point lead, it's exactly what they've got. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Clippers?
Well, they played excellent defense. They set the tone by getting down and dirty at the defensive end. They really control the momentum with the attitude and the toughness. They might need to make some adjustments in the second half, but so far, they look good, just like me.
And Kenny, what do you have to say about the Rockets?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. Clippers leading by 10. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got P.J. Tucker, Harden out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's House in at the 3. And it's Kawhi Leonard with the 3. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Leonard with the steal, with the drive. Count that one. Leonard's got 23.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Wood, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range, so he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, GA. He's put the work in behind the scenes. Developing a skill set that's so much in the man.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And George, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 12.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Releases from 15. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Kicks it to Leonard. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
To the middle. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
With the strength Tucker has, drawing contact means nothing to him. You can't rattle him. He's tough as nails.
George against Harden. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Clippers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Throw good, Paul George. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now here's Harden. 20 points for him. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. The Rocket shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Going inside. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 30 points.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
And checking out the numbers for James Harden. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Morris with a screen on Harden. George against Harden. George, no good. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The kick out to Wall. The Rockets again can't hit. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 17-3 run. George finds Beverly. Here's Leonard, guarded by Harden. Shoots a fader. And it's Leonard missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Wall. Another miss by Houston. The Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Morris outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here's Wood outside. It's hauled in by Beverly. Beverly's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for Daniel House. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Wall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Well, for Jackson, it's about being consistent. I mean, when he concentrates on playing to his strengths, he's an effective player.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Harden up top. He's covered by Leonard. From deep, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 19-6 run. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Keeps it alive. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And here's Jackson. The pass to George. There's the three. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Harden. He's got 23. Driving inside. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Rockets trail by 20. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Over Morris. Tucker can't get it to go. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The three. It's rebounded by Houston. Wood's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Harden against Jackson. From deep. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Leonard against Harden. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, and last season we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Rockets also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Wood. Ben McLemore comes in for Green. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Zubac no good. Rockets trail by 20. Here is Wall. 11 points in the game. Here's Tucker. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Tucker's got 4 points now in the quarter. L.A. has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Kennard, the pass to Williams. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. All with it. Pass to Tucker. Now here's McLemore outside. Kennard with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Leonard dishes to Williams. They set the screen. There's the drive. And the slam by Williams.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Cousins, no good. Clippers leading by 22. Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard finds Williams. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. The Rockets pull it in. Wall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
This is why you can't leave guys open around Wall. He'll notice it and exploit it.
Williams against Wall. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
That free throw missing.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And he's good on the second.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
And Cousins kicks to Wall. Down low. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Wall is a smart point guard. Look, he utilized the screen and roll beautifully. Look how he threaded the needle.
It's Williams with the drive.
Rebounding might not be his #1 priority, but you wouldn't know it from tonight. He's down there outplaying the big guys.
McLemore, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They have a 19-point lead. The Rockets pull it in.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, showing how effective he can be. It's crucial that Gordon plays with confidence close to the bucket.
And here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. First one falls for him.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
He's perfect from the line this time.
One of the more efficient shooters in the NBA. Kennard's range poses a big challenge for opponents.
Cousins with a screen on Williams. To the middle, the 8-footer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Here he goes. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Now Wall. Lets it go with a three. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Houston making some changes. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Sterling Brown in for Ben McLemore. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Leonard. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon with the defensive effort. The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. Rockets trailed by 21. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's George in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
Pass to George, and the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Passes it to Williams. 5 to shoot.
Would love to see more of this from Gordon, showing he can make a difference on defense.
For 3. It's hauled in by George. Clippers leading by 17. Back to Ibaka. Outside Williams. There's the triple. Rockets with the rebound. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Harden. And that one, good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
Outside, George. Into the lane. Morris passes to George. Out to Morris. Ibaka sets the pick for Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Clippers have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by Brown. Rockets trail by 15. There's the pass to House. Launches it. Harden can't hit. Williams looking around. Morris a screen to the paint. They need this one. Good. And a nice assist for Williams.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
Harden against Williams. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Over Morris. The rebound by Paul George.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Sinks the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 20.
That gives them 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Here's Harden. Got it. Good job in the low post. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Here's Morris. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And even with someone on, Morris is just a master at getting those shots open. Just an impressive player down low.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Morris. Cousins with it. Harden outside. Los Angeles leading by 18. Here's Williams. And no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here is House. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Williams. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Rockets trail by 20. Harden outside. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
Harden against George. And there's the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Clippers?
Their inside game has been great tonight. So much of their scoring has come from the paint.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
That's good from George. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Wall's checked in. And George drops them both.
And they've been so steady at the line in the second half. Gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
With the step back. Great D that time from Leonard.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Williams dishes to George. Ibaka sets the pick for George. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by George.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harden's shot is off. Clippers leading by 22. Leonard attacking. Count it. Leonard's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harden against Leonard. Now, here is Harden. He's tightly guarded. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins. Harden up top, covered by Morris. Cousins inside. He's against Williams. And Cousins gets it to go.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Williams passes to Ibaka. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year. And,
wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
While the shooting that Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Harden against Leonard. Pass to Cousins. The three. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 5 rebounds tonight, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Houston with a big group substitution here. Wall against George. They set the pick. That one goes in.
And that's a shot they love to lean on all the time. I mean, gets Wall rolling with his jump shot.
Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Here's Coffey, guarded by Green. And Coffey gets it to go.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Left side, Wall. And the wide open shot from Green. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's been a reliable aspect of Green's game throughout his career. Now, the ability to find his shot and deliver beyond the arc.
Poke loose. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Beverly, the pass to Kabengele. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is, these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
You know, there's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. And that's Sixth Man of the Year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a star.
Count it. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Top of the line competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
And last season, P.J. Tucker signing a six-figure sneaker deal with Nike, maybe helping to offset how much he spent on shoes over the years.
Yeah, G.A., the most renowned sneakerhead in this league. He owns thousands of pairs, and you'll even see him change sets in the middle of a game.
Both free throws good from Tucker.
Known for his grit and grind mentality, the physicality Tucker gives this team is so important.
Outside Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Free throw drops for Leonard. Chris, you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10" or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, you know, with that comes blocks, steals, and deflections. You know, as long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
Inside, Tucker. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he had a nose for the basketball tonight, playing some disruptive D and picking pockets left and right.
Here's Leonard, and the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop, his defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
And it's good for 2.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Pass to Morris. Wall against Leonard. Clock at 6. Driving the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 39.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Now here's Beverly. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that concludes this NBA preseason matchup. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.